Nicole, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Up that way a little.
Go over here. Okay. So we are actually live broadcasting this via Periscope, so hi Periscope audience. And the reason I tell you this is not because I mean, of course there's some self-promotion there. I'd love for you to tweet and talk about that if you're speaking to me and Lorena's event, Wealthy Sexy Rebel, but also I want you to see how easy it is to use the power of social media and to leverage it for your own business, right? So when you're tweeting and Instagramming and Facebooking tonight, use hashtag Wealthy Sexy Rebel. Use hashtag Karen Y Live. Use hashtags that will help Lorena, that will help me, that will help the other speakers here, and that helps you learn how to do that for your business, right? So that's the first thing I want to say. I want you to take your phones out and make this interactive. So I said that I reverse engineer and that I'm not typical social media, and I have clients that not everybody needs Facebook, not everybody needs Twitter, but I pretty much make everybody start with LinkedIn. And the reason for that is because I believe that your social media plan isn't about your business. It starts with you, right? You need to have a strong personal brand in order to have a profitable business. And we've all seen it, right? So think about personal brands that we all know. Like think about the most popular brands you know. Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, Marie Forleo. What would B-School be like without Marie Forleo, right? These people have strong personal brands behind their business brand. So, I've talked to so many small businesses and entrepreneurs, and everybody's like, okay, I need to post on Facebook, and I'm spending all this time, and I'm like, well, wait, hold on a second. Like, why are they going to buy from you? What makes you different than the guy down the street? You've got to start by letting them know that there's rock star people behind this business. And that's why I feel like LinkedIn is so important. And, before we even get into the kind of like the whys on all of that, I want you to think about it's 2015. When you purchased anything, when was the last time you bought something that you didn't throw something into Google search to research it, right? You check it out. So you buy a car, you check out Ford, you research the car dealership, you research the manufacturer, but at some point, you're going to take the business card of the salesperson that you just met with, and you're going to throw their name in a search bar. Because that's what we do. We want to know more about the people we do business with, and their LinkedIn profile's going to come up. So I'm not saying that you are not going to buy a car from that guy if he doesn't have a great LinkedIn profile. But I want you to think about how it feels when he does have a great LinkedIn profile, right? So now you've checked him out, and you're ready to spend $30,000 on a new car, and you go to this guy, you put his name in a Google search, his LinkedIn profile comes up, and you see that he's won awards for the last 10 years, and that he's been selling cars for 20 years, and that he's been at this dealership for 7 years, and now you feel more comfortable, right? You just feel more comfortable doing business with that guy. That's what I want your clients to feel when they are researching you, because they are researching you, okay? And I kind of get really like evangelistic about LinkedIn because it's so important. And I hear so many people say it's boring and I don't use it and I don't know what to do. And I get all these connection requests. Those connection requests are sales opportunities. Okay? So if you're not accepting those connection requests because you've got a little LinkedIn profile shame, you're missing opportunities. So what I'm saying is when you start your social media plan, start with thinking about yourself. Now, I'm just going to, Lorena, could you do me a favor and give me some time? Just give me a heads up and let me know how much time I have left. I have no idea where I am or how much time I could talk all night, so keep me on track. So let me just tell you, let me take a step back a second and tell you a little bit about me. So I was in corporate America for my whole life. I started working at New Jersey Bell, so you guys know how old I am. And I was in technology. I was a geek. Most recently, before I was running my own business, this was my own business too. I had a small marketing company, and we were project managers, right? So we did wide area, high-speed data networks. I can't even say it anymore. I used to be able to design them, right? So across the country. And why I'm telling you this is because it was a really geeky world, and I was very often the only woman in the room. And I'm speaking to a room full of women here, so I really want you to hear this. If I wasn't confident, if I didn't walk into those rooms acting like I knew what I was doing, I was going to get my lunch eaten. Okay, so I had to learn at a very young age in my career to portray confidence in my business and in myself. And I have a funny story. One time I walked in, I had these great pink khakis on and gorgeous pastel pink shoes, and in this room full of like tech guys with tool belts and all this stuff. you know, like I think their jaws all dropped when I opened my mouth because I knew what I was talking about, but I had to make sure that I even if I didn't know what I was talking about, I had to kind of fake it. I had to portray that I knew my stuff. And that's what I want, mindset I want you to be in when you think about presenting yourself on LinkedIn. I want you to think about, I know you've all met this guy. I know I've met this guy many times. You remember that guy that you're in a meeting and he's the vice president or the president of the company and he's, you know, he's making multiple six figures and then he opens his mouth and you're like, that guy's a dope. You know, like he doesn't even know what he's talking about. But he's the freaking president of the company. Men are better at confidence than women and it gets them further than it gets us. So I'm telling you this because I want you to understand that I know it's not easy a lot of times for women to portray that confidence, to say, we say, yeah, I got it. I can take care of that. I know how to do that. I'll cover that for you. Men say, there's nobody better than me. Don't give it to anybody else. I'm your guy. Did you ever hear anybody say, I'm your girl? You know, you sound like you're going to scrub their floor, right? So, you know, we have to be more confident, and it starts with your LinkedIn profile. So, I don't have too much time here to go into all the things you need to do on your profile, but I want you to understand that you've got to be confident in your profile. So, you know, if you know, I tell people when I help them write their LinkedIn profiles, when you are writing your headline, if you're not a little queasy when you hit send, then you are not strong enough. Like you need to go back and you need to say you're an expert and you're the best. And you need to do it, you have to write it in a way that you feel, you know, let me see it, let your friends see it. You know, you really have to stand out because that's who people are going to check out. If you are going to hire you know, somebody that does your finances, you know, a money manager or a financial expert, and they say, I'm an accountant or I'm a financial expert, okay, so is everybody else on LinkedIn. But if they say, I have successfully transitioned 300 women from the workforce to a multi-six-figure retirement, or I'm obviously making this up. You know, now you're paying attention, right? They're saying, I'm great at what I do. That's who you're gonna click on, and that's what I want people to do when they see your profile. I want them to click on it because you've been really confident. So, okay. So now what? Right? So you've got this great LinkedIn profile, and you know, you're probably, half of you are probably sitting here thinking, my clients aren't on LinkedIn. Right? How many people are saying, my clients aren't on LinkedIn? Oh, we all think your clients, okay, so I see a couple of hands here.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't care if your clients are on LinkedIn. You still need to have a great LinkedIn profile. And it doesn't matter if you're the president of the company, you own your own business, or if you're at a job that you plan on being at for the next 30 years. You know, you're not looking for a job. By having a great profile that really brings out the best in you, it makes you a more valuable employee. It makes you a more valuable to your business and to the world that you present yourself to. And you know, I'm in the entrepreneur world, and I've talked to a lot of you guys here tonight. I think a lot of you are also. You know, Nicole, my friend Nicole is here. She's Periscope, in High Periscope world. I haven't forgotten about you guys. She's a queen of guest blogging. So I have been very lacking in guest blogging. I just haven't done it. I haven't really pitched it. Well, last 2 weeks ago, I pitched a bunch of different places, Huffington Post, Social Media Examiner, all these places. And I said, here's how you can find out about me. And I sent them my LinkedIn profile, right? Because I'm confident enough. I know they're going to check me out, right? So they can check out my website and all that, you know, and everything else. But everybody's got a website. They want to find out about me. I send them my LinkedIn profile. It is your personal brand. LinkedIn is where your personal brand lives. And that's when you're starting a social media plan. If you started from your business brand, you've skipped over the most important part, right? You've skipped over the people behind it. So if you are a business and you've got 5 employees, I would encourage you to, you know, invest and have all 5 of those employees have great LinkedIn profiles and have them linked to your, you know, to your company page. And you know, think about the times you've talked to. Remember that, you know, somebody that you speak to on the phone 4 times a week. You've never met them in person, right? If they had a great LinkedIn profile with a picture of themselves and stuff about their city, you feel like you know them now, right? It takes people a few steps down the know, like, and trust path. So the first step to all of you, to using LinkedIn profitably and to a profitable social media plan is your profile. Okay, and that's, you know, that's where all the work is. all the work is in getting it done, but once it's done, then you can do all the things. Then you can start pitching those companies that you were afraid to pitch before because you didn't have the confidence. We write LinkedIn profiles at my company. I have a team of people that do that. It's very common for people to come back to us and say, is that me? Like, people can't even believe that that's what they look like. When you start to list your accomplishments, you feel better. You even feel more confident and more powerful about what you do. So start by having a great profile. And just because LinkedIn says that you're an all-star, it doesn't mean you have a great profile. It just means you filled in all the blanks. Okay? So I want you to use every character in the section so that there's more for Google to find, right, to bring people to your profile. I want you to have a keyword strategy. So there's a lot of things that go behind getting a LinkedIn profile. I have 50,000 blog posts about LinkedIn and your profile. So you can go to my blog and there's tons of information there. So start with your great profile. Then that's where you get to good stuff. So Lorena talked about where do you make the money? How do you make money on LinkedIn? It's so easy. Now, I don't know a lot of the people in this room, so I'm just going to keep picking on Nicole. As we were driving here tonight, I picked her up and we drove in together. And I think 2 weeks ago, would you say, she finally stopped. I think I beat her down. She finally started using LinkedIn, and she beefed up her profile and started using it. And she's had multiple conversations with people that have reached out to her. So Nicole is a therapist, and she likes to have partnerships. So LinkedIn isn't always about finding your next client. Maybe it's about finding that next partner. She's got multiple conversations set up with people that reached out to her because she's got such a great profile that they found her. And that's what I want for you. So I don't want you to pitch yourself. I want you to just tell people how great you are and let them find you and let them come to you. So I think I have to wrap it up. Is that what I'm seeing over here? Okay, so I just want to leave you with this one thing. I actually have, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here for the rest of the evening. And, you can, like I said, you can find me at my blog. I actually should have put business cards in the back, but I didn't. But I want to leave you with, I have a program that, that is right now, it's all about just helping you with your profile. But I'm changing it up. I'm actually adding a strategy to it. How do you use LinkedIn? How do you get those next clients? How do you use groups? And how do you leverage recommendations? I'm adding all that to it. When I add all that to it, the price is going up to $497 right now. It's $197. And of course, because we're here and we want to be wealthy, sexy rebels, I actually have $100 off deal for you guys. So because I'm the technology queen, if you are interested, and there's no obligation, if you want this $100 off coupon, I just need you to get out your phones because you're still holding them, right? And I need you to just text Rockstar to this number. I'm going to give you this number. You ready? 802-467-0057. So that's 802-467-0057. Text Rockstar in capital letters to that number, and I'll send you an email with the link to the program and a $100 off coupon. So it'll be $97. Like I said, it's going up to $497 by the end of July. So I just wanted you guys to get that since I'm here and the timing is right. I figured why not. So, and then test it out. This is actually a brand new service, this texting. So I'd love for you guys to be the first to try it out. So I'm around. If you guys have any questions later, come find me. And thanks for letting me share your evening.